Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got a beer today from Banks out of Seaford, which is like southeast of Melbourne, down on the Mornington Peninsula. And it's an Oat Cream IPA at 6.5%, 500ml can. It's called Old News. And the hops in this bad boy are Nectaron and Citra. Nectaron's one that's floating about a fair bit lately. It's a new school New Zealand hop. It's quite tasty. So, yeah, be interesting to see how it goes. So, yeah, this being an oat cream IPA, it's like a hazy with lactose. So, we'll see how it goes. I've got the proper glassware. My Banks hockey glass. So we'll go into that bad boy. Hope everyone's having a good week. It's a weekend here now, but in the States it's probably still Friday. So yeah, my camera doesn't do it justice, but it's like probably a dull orange colour. One finger head. It's probably, I'd say, light to medium body. Looks like it's going to have like a soft and pillowy mouthfeel. Carbonation's not very active. Like, it looks pretty light on. Yeah, let's go a whiff. Pardon my dogs making a heap of noise in the background. Yeah, it's big tropical fruit. Pineapple and passion fruit. There's a bit of mango there. It's got like quite a sweet smell. Maybe a touch grassy. Like, the body looks really light. Normally with Banks's oat creams, they look a bit thicker than this, so interesting to see how it goes. Yeah, I reckon mango, maybe like a sort of like a sweet mandarin orange vibe. It's pretty much tropical and citrus. You're not really getting any pine or stone fruit or anything like that. It'd be like quite a light malt base. Maybe like a bit of biscuit. You can definitely tell there'd be like your flaked oat and wheat. Yeah, let's go in for a taste. Cheers to everyone that's chimed in. There's a bit of a berry vibe. It's definitely like passion fruit forward. Sort of got that it's got that way about it like old school Galaxy. When Galaxy first come on the scene in Aussie craft, like you always got that huge like passion fruit and melon vibe. There might be a touch of peach on the palate. I wasn't really getting any stone fruit on the aroma. It's quite sweet, but not too intense. There's certainly not much bitterness. A little bit grassy. I'd still say the body's quite light. Normally with Banks's IPAs, the body's a bit thicker than this. So, yeah, it's like, I love Banks's IPAs, and at the moment, just with what I'm having with this one, it sort of falls short. They've used a lot of Nelson lately, and it's been really good. And yeah, just from personal preference, I haven't enjoyed Peacherine and a few of what's this one called? Nectaron. Yeah, Nectaron, a few of those newer hops as much as I have with like Nelson and Motueka. But yeah, I think with this one, I think the body's a little bit light, and the use of like the lactose being sort of like that milkshake IPA. I don't know. It's gone away a little bit from what I'm used to with Banks's IPAs, to be honest. I love them. Like they're my favourite Victorian brewery, but this one falls a little short. Well, there's no denying the awesome, like that tropical vibe. It's like passion fruit and pineapple. But yeah, just the body and that, yeah, just like the sweetness, it's a bit too much. We'll let it sit for a bit anyway and go through some comments. Cheers, dude. I know you're probably not there anymore, but it's good hanging out with you earlier. Cheers, Jimmy. Good to see you, brother. Cheers, Angie. Cheers, Daniel. Good to see you, mate. Happy Saturday here, brother. Saturday. Cool, dude. Good to hear. Nah, they're definitely one of my favourite Aussie breweries, and as far as like Victoria goes, they're probably my number one. But yeah, I'm going to be honest, just what I've had with this one so far, it sort of falls short. I'm a bit disappointed. Cool, Luke. Hope you've had a good day out on the, what is it, Islay? So, yeah, for those of you that don't know Luke John, he's like a beer and food guy over in the UK, and yeah, he's currently in Scotland where the all the peated whiskey is. Doing a trip with another fellow, Liam, who's also similar sort of thing, and yeah, it's good to see some of their travels at the moment. Cheers, Joshy boy. Not sure what you're doing now, but if you're still going, let's have a drink together. So yeah, the more I drink it, I'm getting like a touch of a herbaceous sort of vibe. It's almost got you'd say it's nearly got like a minty sort of thing going on. Which yeah, I don't mind, but yeah, it's just that I just can't get past the real thin body, and I just feel like it's almost like the malt base is very limited, and like the lactose is sort of it's got that. I don't know how do you explain it. It's sort of like I'm not going to say imitation, but it's just It's almost like the balance is out. That's what I'll say. I absolutely love Banks, and I definitely don't want to slag them off. I mean, it's still a good, like, drinkable beer, but just compared to what I'm used to from them, it definitely just isn't as good. Like, it could just be, yeah, just I mean, obviously they might have went a lighter malt base to make the hop shine, and yeah, I just from what I've had with Nectar on, I honestly just don't think it's that great of a hop. So it could be just personal preference. But yeah, I've net like another thing too is like I just feel like with IPAs, just keep them simple. I I honestly think like adding lactose to IPAs, I think it was cool when it first came out, but these days you just I don't know, just rather just a straight IPA. Leave the adjuncts out of them, like all your added fruit purees and all that stuff. Like, no good. Like I remember when Banks first started doing, they did a few IPAs and added like vanilla. And at first it was awesome, but then you just get to a stage and you just want your IPAs just to taste like IPAs. Like I want a beer that tastes like beer. Exactly. Like it's got that sort of like green edge to it. Like I feel like when it first come out, which was probably 2 weeks ago, you probably would have drank it and thought, shit, this is green, it's too much, I can't handle it. But yeah, now that it's sort of eased off a bit, it's probably like the perfect time to drink it. But yeah, it's just being brutally honest, it's just not as good as most of their stuff. And being a live review, I can't hide that. So, who else is drinking out there? And if so, what are you drinking? The can artwork's pretty like simple. So yeah, I was just on Drewy like miscellaneous brew reviews stream prior to this. And I had the Japanese lager, which come out the same time as this. They normally do like two or three new beers every fortnight. And yeah, the Japanese lager was really good. One thing with Banks, I must say, is they do deliver with like diverse styles and mixing it up, which is good. Generally, like most breweries, they'll bring out a hazy more often than other styles, and yeah, like most of the time they hit the mark. They're really good, and yeah, they'll have like the occasional Westie, a lager. Like coming into this time of the year, they'll do stouts. Cool. So, yeah, how would I score this bad boy? I mean, I still like it. It's a decent beer. Like it's still hits the spot, but just I'm a huge fan of Banks. And I know that when they deliver, they're elite level. And this just isn't up there. So, I mean, most of their beers I would score, like, especially this sort of style, I'd probably score like 4.5 to 4.75 out of 5. Like, that's how good they are. But I reckon this one's probably a solid 4. I couldn't really give it much more than that, to be honest. So, the Labrador's not happy. Nah, it's still all right, but yeah, just I've had so much better from them. And I'm always going to be honest in my reviews. So yeah, it's like passion fruit, pineapple, little bit of mango. Yeah, like orange, nectarine, mandarin sort of thing. Yeah, like grassiness. Yeah, just that very, very light body. Very, very light body, and like, yeah, you just sort of get that creamy sort of vibe, and yeah, it just doesn't have, I don't know, just doesn't have that oomph like they normally do. What to have after this beer is the question. Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah, I remember you talking about them, the Greece one, the Greek one. Yeah. See, I don't mind sweet orange, like if you get that sherbety vibe and that, if it has balance. Like if you've got like a, I don't know, like a big malt bill and like a thick body and that, and you get that sweet orange, but you also got like balance from some other stuff, like it's good. I think a lot of times, yeah, when beers don't work, it's generally just the balance is there. I mean, I had that triple West Coast last night, and like, yeah, I felt like the hop characteristic wasn't as strong as it probably should have been, and all you got was like this sweet toffee, and it was like boozy. And I think if it had like really sort of dank, piney, like huge grapefruit and that as like hop character, like it probably would have balanced out. But hmm, it's always interesting. The science of beer. Yeah. Hey, I want some anchorage in my life. That'd be good. But yeah, I'm calling it quits for right now. Thanks to everyone for chiming in. So yeah, Banks old news. Just a straight 4 out of 5. I love Banks, one of my faves, but yeah, this beer just not as good as most of their stuff. So yeah, cheers, peeps. On to the next one.